Our planet, a delicate blue sphere in the vastness of space, is warming. For millennia, a finely tuned equilibrium has governed Earth's systems, a balance now teetering on the brink. From the icy poles to lush rainforests, the very fabric of life as we know it is being challenged by an invisible force: global warming. Join us as we journey to the heart of this unfolding crisis, examining its causes, its far-reaching effects, and the profound implications for life as we know it. The story of global warming begins with a familiar element: carbon. An essential building block of life, carbon naturally cycles through our planet's atmosphere, oceans, and land. For centuries, this cycle remained largely in balance, but with the dawn of the Industrial Age, a dramatic shift occurred. The burning of fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gas to power our modern world began to release vast quantities of carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. Like an invisible blanket, greenhouse gases trap heat from the sun, preventing it from escaping back into space. While this natural greenhouse effect is essential for life, allowing Earth to maintain a habitable temperature, the excessive accumulation of these gases is causing our planet to warm at an alarming rate. Deforestation, the clearing of forests for agriculture, logging, and development, further exacerbates the problem. Trees act as natural carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, so their removal disrupts this vital process and increases the concentration of greenhouse gases. But the story of global warming's causes extends beyond fossil fuels and deforestation, reaching into the very food we consume. Agriculture, particularly livestock farming, is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. Methane, a gas with a much higher heat-trapping potential than carbon dioxide, is released in vast quantities by livestock, particularly cattle, during digestion. Moreover, the production of fertilizers and the transportation of agricultural products further contribute to the problem. The intricate web of life on Earth is thus intertwined with the causes of global warming. Our reliance on fossil fuels, our insatiable appetite for land, and our dietary choices all play a role in driving this global crisis. The consequences of a warming world are already being felt across the globe, manifesting in a cascade of interconnected effects that are reshaping our planet. Perhaps the most tangible and widely discussed effect is the rise in global temperatures. Over the past century, the Earth's average temperature has increased at an unprecedented rate, and this trend shows no signs of abating. As temperatures climb, so too does the mercury in our thermometers, leading to more frequent and intense heat waves. These extreme heat events pose significant risks to human health, particularly for the elderly, the very young, and those with pre-existing medical conditions. But the impacts extend far beyond human discomfort. Heat waves can trigger droughts, wildfires, and widespread crop failures, disrupting ecosystems and jeopardizing food security. The polar regions, sentinels of our planet's climate system, are experiencing the effects of global warming at an accelerated pace. The Arctic, once an expanse of pristine ice and snow, is warming twice as fast as the global average, causing glaciers to melt at an alarming rate. This melting ice contributes to rising sea levels, threatening coastal communities and low-lying islands around the world. The oceans, vast repositories of heat and life, are also feeling the heat. As they absorb excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, their chemistry is changing, leading to a phenomenon known as ocean acidification. This acidification poses a grave threat to marine ecosystems, particularly coral reefs, which are highly sensitive to changes in water chemistry. Coral reefs, often referred to as the rainforests of the sea, provide habitat for a staggering array of marine life, and their decline could have cascading effects throughout the ocean food web. The impacts of global warming are not confined to remote corners of the planet or distant ecosystems. They are increasingly being felt in our own backyards and homes. As temperatures rise and weather patterns become more erratic, the very air we breathe is becoming a threat to our health. Heat waves exacerbate respiratory problems, particularly for those living in urban areas where the urban heat island effect can amplify the already sweltering temperatures. The food we rely on for sustenance is also at risk. Climate change is altering growing seasons, increasing the frequency and intensity of droughts and floods, and making it more challenging for farmers to grow the crops that feed our planet. These disruptions to agricultural systems threaten to destabilize food prices, leading to food insecurity and potentially even famine in vulnerable regions. The economic consequences of global warming are equally far-reaching. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes, floods, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense, causing billions of dollars in damage to infrastructure, homes, and businesses. Coastal communities face the looming threat of rising sea levels, which could displace millions of people and inundate valuable coastal properties. The human cost of global warming extends beyond these immediate physical and economic impacts. Climate change is a threat multiplier, exacerbating existing social and political tensions and potentially leading to mass migrations and conflicts over scarce resources. The very fabric of our societies is being tested by this global challenge, and the choices we make today will determine the fate of generations to come. The challenges posed by global warming are daunting, but it is not too late to act. We have the knowledge, the tools, and the ingenuity to mitigate this crisis and adapt to a changing world. The path forward lies in a two-pronged approach, reducing our emissions of greenhouse gases and adapting to the changes that are already underway. Reducing our reliance on fossil fuels is paramount. Transitioning to cleaner, renewable sources of energy, such as solar, wind, and geothermal, is essential for decarbonizing our energy systems. Investing in energy efficiency measures, both in our homes and businesses, can significantly reduce our energy consumption and lower our carbon footprint. Protecting and restoring our planet's natural carbon sinks, particularly forests, is crucial for absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Sustainable forest management practices, reforestation efforts, and reducing deforestation rates are all essential steps in the right direction. Transforming our agricultural practices is another critical piece of the puzzle. Adopting climate-smart agriculture techniques such as no-till farming, crop rotation, and agroforestry can help sequester carbon in the soil, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and make our food systems more resilient to climate change. Adapting to a changing climate is no longer a choice but a necessity. This involves investing in infrastructure that can withstand more extreme weather events, developing drought-resistant crops, and implementing early warning systems for natural disasters. Coastal communities must adapt to rising sea levels through a combination of hard infrastructure solutions, such as seawalls, and nature-based solutions, such as restoring coastal wetlands. Addressing the global challenge of climate change requires a collective effort, transcending national borders and political ideologies. The Paris Agreement, adopted by nearly 200 countries in 2015, stands as a testament to the power of international cooperation in tackling this shared threat. The agreement aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with efforts to pursue a more ambitious target of 1.5 degrees Celsius. To achieve these goals, countries have committed to reducing their greenhouse gas emissions through nationally determined contributions, NDCs. These NDCs outline each country's plans to transition to cleaner energy sources, improve energy efficiency, and protect natural carbon sinks. The Paris Agreement also recognizes the importance of providing financial and technological support to developing countries to help them achieve their climate goals. Beyond intergovernmental agreements, a groundswell of action is emerging from cities, businesses, and individuals around the world. Cities are implementing ambitious climate action plans. Businesses are setting science-based emissions reduction targets, and individuals are making more sustainable choices in their daily lives. This growing movement from the bottom up is essential for driving change and holding leaders accountable. The challenge before us is immense, but it is not insurmountable. By embracing the principles of sustainability, fostering international collaboration, and empowering individuals to become agents of change, we can create a future where both people and planet can thrive. The time for action is now, and the responsibility rests on all of us to be stewards of our planet for generations to come. The Earth's climate is changing, and the consequences are far-reaching, impacting every corner of our planet and every aspect of our lives. From rising sea levels to more extreme weather events, the evidence is undeniable, and the urgency to act is paramount. The choices we make today will determine the course of our planet's future and the well-being of generations to come. We must embrace the challenge of addressing climate change not as a burden, but as an opportunity to create a more sustainable, equitable, and prosperous future for all. Let us act with courage, conviction, and a shared commitment to safeguarding the health of our planet for generations to come.